I have a not fun thing to do today, and that's removing my livery from the GT-Four. This thing's starting to fail in a bunch of areas, especially as this cold weather has come in. Let's see if I can show you. You can see where it's starting to get this fingering, and then I'm getting a bunch of lift and stuff like this, and these areas now are just done. So I don't want it looking crappy like that. It looked good for a season, and that's great, but you're gonna have to remove all these things from here. I'll probably leave that back window stuff on there, the back glass stuff. But yeah, you can see this stuff's failing pretty bad. So first things first, we're gonna remove this GT-Four grill. Once we get that off, we'll be able to get to the rest of the vinyl that is actually underneath the corners there. So pretty simple process. Just need to remove these nuts, and then that stuff will all slide out. And now that that's all removed, we'll just get a little bit of heat on there. I don't have a super fancy heat gun, but this works pretty fine. I'm just gonna run the low setting here just to warm up that vinyl, get that adhesive a little bit more pliable. And this should peel off okay. We'll see. Sometimes vinyl can be kind of tricky and it'll start to tear in some places and gets annoying. It's definitely easier to put on than it is to take off. Taking it off sucks. Well, that sucked. Taking off all those little pieces took a lot of time, and you'll see there's some adhesive that's left behind. That's not always going to happen, but it does happen. So there is a solution. If you don't know about this, right there. So Coach Kimmy Ulix, man, this stuff works on paint transfer. It works on adhesive specifically. That's what it's mostly geared for. But I'll show you here in a moment. Let me just wet a little cloth and you'll see how easy all this adhesive comes off. It'll do the same thing for like double-sided tape and stuff like that. It'll eat right at it. All right, so this Ulex, it's not going to evaporate real quick like isopropyl alcohol does. And this is like no pressure whatsoever. All of that adhesive's coming right off. So I'm gonna need to come back at this. I've had that decal stuff on here for quite some time. I'm gonna need to cut and buff all this paint. Maybe I'll do a little video on how to do that for the detail, but you can see now all that adhesive's all done. Now I just gotta hit all of this big stuff on the car, which should be a little more simple than all those little pieces. In theory, it's getting kind of cold at night. So I'll be blasting that torch here. And it's been quite some time, but she's naked. So all of that off on this side at least. Still gotta get this other side. And after not seeing her like this in a long time, you know, I kind of like seeing that clean look again, as opposed to the advertisement on there. But this is all swirly and everything else now after pulling all that vinyl. So I'll definitely do a video cut and buffing this thing and snapping this paint back. Only one little casualty on the paint here, which is right there. You can kind of see where it's like rough. It kind of pulled some of the paint up. But I'm just gonna touch that up, and the other side's probably gonna have a couple spots like that too that I'm a little bit concerned about, but is what it is. Same day, a couple hours later, I couldn't help myself. I had to get this thing all done. So, there we go.